Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Puka back here for yet another cast here. And it's time to introduce our players here. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner on Gladiator will be the orange Zerg Skeggaba here, who's going to be trying to take down the current champion, or rather king of Thrones right now. It'll be Obelisco in the bottom left hand corner, or better known as the 8 o'clock position, will be the white Terran. Now, you know, Gladiator is known for its kind of, well, not kind of, it's Zerg favored in Terran, in Protest versus Zerg. Honestly, I don't have enough game knowledge to verify if Terran's gonna have a slightly will perform better on this map than Zergs will. If anything, I would probably say just from that stat of being Zerg being favored in versus Protoss, I would probably see the same for Terran. It is reverse ramped as well, which can make it really, really annoying for Terran. And Mutalisks, are totally viable on this map. If you do decide to look at this map, you do have this little cliff area. It kind of looks ugly, but actually, no. Well, I didn't realize, are these signs or are these? I don't even know. I don't even know what these are, but that does count as high ground, so the Mutalisks can be annoying to probably hit up to the third patch up there, as well. And the gas is kind of important. Very much kind of like Aztec. Obviously the ridge isn't nearly as big, but if you stack them well, you'll be fine. Or the high ground rather isn't too big. And obviously you have the reverse ramp, which can make it very annoying because then it kind of doubles as like just a huge choke point around your main base as Terran. Because let's say they go to the mineral line here, do some damage, and then come out here and you bring your Marines over here. If with good meter control, you can kind of start picking those off. I know it's a big issue that I have playing Zergs. Generally why I nuke rush almost every game. But besides the point, I believe it was an overpool to start things off with Skeggaba right now. Just playing safer than just going for like a 12 hatch. And he did decide to go to the pool, so it's just gonna be an overpool, and then he'll just take down that 12 hatch, or it's actually looking more like a 15 hatch right now. There goes down the expo right now. So okay, so nothing too bad, and we'll just wait for this this tight wall. This will be a link tight wall for sure. And we'll just see how this early link pressure will do any kind of damage. If not, then you didn't get super greedy, but nor did Terran. This choke point is large. It has opted to go for the second depot before command center. I'm not sure if that's standard or not. The Marine is not here. Gonna be going for the gas route, so gonna be doing some tech path right here. But, 6 lings on this depot. I know one thing as a Terran, you can't actually hold this off, ladies and gentlemen. This is actually, hopefully you can get enough surface area on that. Can you hold it off? This is getting really, really, really intense right now. Oh, the lings do get in. This is not looking good right now for Obelisco right now. Very well done for Skeggaba to find that exploited part. Will delay that command center ever so long. And the lings will get into the base and we'll see a quick gas. So that will mean that it will be some kind of, biomech situation or quick vessels either or, but it will be a teching route. And we'll just see how it's gonna play out because we have no second barracks out on the way, so we'll be starting to they will start to remake a depot and the command center. Lings are going to be really annoying. I don't think they're going to be as good as Ziki lings, but anyway, it is annoying. Oh, we'll lose a Marine unnecessarily and just continued aggression up to this point right now. And I think he's just started drones. He's just getting down his hatchery and probably will start making a lair tech, and we'll see what he goes into. Probably Mutalisks on this map. Again, I don't think it's a bad choice to go that now with the Marine out. Hopefully he can defend this. He needs to repair that supply depot as it's been, the bane of his existence this entire game. Will the Marine do enough DPS right here? The second one's not even close to be coming out right now. More reinforcing lings are coming in here. If he focus fires that depot down, he should be able to break through it yet again. The command center is still not done pulling SCVs right here. Hopefully it will be enough. Very, very close call right there for the SCVs again there, but it looks like there will be enough to defend. But did have to pull all of his SCVs to deal with that. Thinking that there could be a lot more ling aggression right now. Thankfully, we did have the droning up for Skeggaba at this point. or else things could have looked pretty bad for Skeggaba, because with that amount of SCVs, I don't think any more Lings would have done anything. So nice reaction by Skeggaba, a little poor reaction by Obelisco to pull all of his SCVs, and not only that, he can't get them back mining really quickly as this base hasn't finished yet. I mean, I guess the one thing going for him is that he will have this base up, but I mean, heavily delayed, and we're just gonna see, you know, the follow-up 3-hatch Mito, which might be too much for Obelisco to handle. Who knows? And you know, another thing you have to put in consideration here, you know, me as a, you know, I'm like a D rank, E rank, if you want to call it. I fluctuate my skill level, but the point is, I mean, I know some preliminary basics as a player, and one, when you're playing on Fish server, when you have the timer in game and you kind of know these timings, like a 3-hatch Mewtwo will come around 7 minutes, something like that. They may pop at 7 minutes and they'll hit your base around 7:30, sometimes a little bit early. It depends on the map, obviously. Oh, and we'll get the drone block. Not going to allow any more scouting information. This is actually really bad for Obelisco. He will not know if it's going to be Lurkers or Spire. I mean, I would probably call Spire just because, one, it's meta, and looking at this map, I would assume that Beetles are going to be the better option, just looking at it. But does that go into Skeggaba's reasoning? I mean, we'll never know, but he will be going that Spire. We'll be getting that factory down now. But what I'm trying to say is, I mean, the timings are completely off for what you think of standard now. I mean, we saw you know, an overpool. Which again, any kind of Zerg opening a 12-hatch or something like that, they're generally around the same consistency in terms of timings. But now with this aggression out, I'm not really sure if he's going to know what to do in terms of the Spire timing, because I don't think he'll know. He will be getting down his eBay, so it looks like that won't play into such a big factor as I was thinking it was going to be. And 2 port rates to follow things off with. No second gas yet, so I won't be going super crazy with it. So which I'm probably going to be assuming it will be probably a bio transition, as the second gas hasn't been taken quite yet. But yeah, so he will have those turrets up to defend that, and I wouldn't be surprised for more barracks to be placed down. No, there goes down the second gas though. So we'll see if he will actually decide to go that tech path of mech. But again, I think just by the timing of gas, I would assume it's going to be bio. But again, don't take my word for it. Mutas have spawned. To give you guys an estimate of where we're at right now, we're around 7:30 right now. In terms of the timing, so you know, 15 seconds delayed when this push is actually going to hit right now, and this is going to be all right. Well, Obelisco, you know, is holding his own. He has his turrets up, you know, jumping on the most optimal position as he's trying to quickly get this down. But the Mutas aren't really doing too much. They're just taking a ton of missile turrets right now, and they do explosive damage, if you guys don't remember. So man, that is a little poor control of man, I'm blanking on this guy's name real quick. Skeggaba. Little poor control right there. And I don't think it's going to be, you know, game losing. We'll see the Vulture though. You know, I don't think it will be such a big factor. That it could be. I mean, it's for scouting, but also if you kind of see like this lone Vulture out, it could maybe mix signals to Skeggaba that he's going to be going mech play. Now remember, he still has to deal with the Wraith, so I'm not surprised that he does have a Hydralisk done out at this time. Probably going to get him Spores as well. Hydras are, you know, generally the go-to unit to stop mech as well. So if this was to go a mech air composition, it probably isn't a really great unit comp to transition into, just because you kind of force out Hydralisks anyway. So what you would actually want to do is you would want to go Wraith bio anyway, because the bio really hits Hydralisk really hard. Yeah. Now, of course, the Zerg can always make those into lurker aspects, but I mean, you guys may not know this, but I mean, he's been getting these upgrades off these Hydrogen, I believe, for this entire game, and he doesn't have lurker aspect done yet. I can verify that, and that will just delay his defensibility of a bio push right here. Now, I'm blanking on this. Can Skeggaba, you know, hold, you know, contain Terran for a long enough time here to get up the right tech? You know, these Wraiths have been doing some kind of damage right now. I don't really know what they've been doing. I think they're just scouting. We'll be doing a direct confrontation with the Needless right now. Look, with the cloaks, they'll be easily able to clean those up. Wraith are actually really good against Needless. You don't generally see them as much because they're very micro-intensive. Not as much as Valkyries, of course, but they do require, you know, being very active on the map with them, sending out Overlords right here and there. And there's my prediction. Yeah, the bio route will be coming in. So you really want to put that in consideration. And we'll see. You know, again, I mean, we don't have a ton of anti-bio right here. You got two sunks, creep colonies have now been turned into spore colonies. Is that going to be a spore? Yeah, it's going to be a spore. I mean, really, Skeggaba was really overreacting to these Wraith. I mean, I don't know if he's actually going to continue production. This might be the last Wraith out there. The Wraith did clean up the Overlord over this area, and I believe he did see the siege tank, so there should be some kind of note that he needs to start getting up that anti-bio force, because right now this, Muta Hydra is not going to be the way to attack this, and I'm not even seeing a lurker aspect right now, and I'm getting a little scared, and these Wraith are en route to this base right here. Two spores are immediately coming up, though. Maybe he'll get like a drone or two, but they will immediately have to go away. But the important thing to note from this, though, is that he now knows about this expansion on the top right. Did lose two Wraith on the retreat. I say it's worth it to verify the bases in the top right, and that's something that definitely that Obelisco can exploit at this point in time in the game, because I don't think Zerg's going to be able to reinforce it that quickly. I mean, he doesn't have a Nidus Canal up, and he's continuing to make Hydras. And finally starting Lurker aspect at 12 minutes in the game. This is really, really, really quite sad. For Skeggaba, I mean, he could have pressured. He could have been taking more bases, I guess. I mean, yeah, totally. He could have been taking way more bases, but he's opted to go a mainly massive Hydras army. Wraith are going back in here, seeing what they can do, but there's a lot of cloaked Wraith right here, and he's lost all of his Mutalisks. This is really not good. He needs Scourge. I mean, to get a 12 Scourge out, it's a lot of gas, but he kills up all the Wraith. Because these Wraith are really giving him a good amount of versatility right now, and he's just going to go into a double vessel production right here. Look at this, Obelisco's just going to start moving out right here, seeing what he can do. Looks like he's going to be going to the top right-hand base right here, and I like that push, because really Zerg's going to have a difficult time dealing with that. And again, I'm just not seeing a ton of anti-bio with this army. I mean, he does have a ton of gas that he can make for Lurkers. And Lurker aspect has finished, but Lurkers do take a good amount of time to morph. If I'm not mistaken, it's about 30 seconds. And that will buy enough time. Oh, the Wraith are in a little bit of trouble right here. Oh, these Wraith could be in trouble. But we'll force the retreat of the Hydralisk back, and he's just going to go for it. The whole Zerg army's back at home, and he's not in position to deal with this, to defend this top right-hand base. Or we're just kind of a base raid. It looks like he's just going to go for it. It looks like he just will try to kill off reinforcements here. Something that he definitely can do right here. What he could do, though, as well, is you could sandwich in this little area and then try to go in here. But generally, Zergs want a big open space. So that was the area to engage in, the most optimal situation. And we do have about seven. We have 8 Lurkers being morphed or morphing or having morphed. Will lose the vessel. No, he will not. Leaving with 9 HP. We do have Obelisco pressuring this top right-hand base right here. 1 Lurker does go down. 2 Lurkers. 3 Lurkers, are in this base. But with siege tanks, it's going to be pretty tough. He is on the low ground, so he may be able to clean this up with the Hydras. Hydras are going to be really good on the high ground. Looks like all the Hydras have been morphed into Lurkers at this point in time right now. Things could be very tense. Of course, the Wraith can do pretty much all the damage they want to this army, as there's no anti-air. So they can try to target firing these Wraith down. Will be quickly spraying those Marines away. Oh, but there's a lot of Lurkers out there. You gotta be careful. And now he's getting really sandwiched in right here, but there's nothing to kill off the Wraith or the vessels. The blood and carnage continuing to reinforce right here. This might be a really good defense from what's his name, Skeggaba right now. There's just too much stuff. There's too many Lurkers. There's simply too many Lurkers. If he takes his time, to siege on the high ground, I think he'll be good. I think his mistake was that he didn't keep some of his forces on the high ground right there. Still a little bit of a positional game right here. I think overall, though, with these reinforcing Hydras, I don't think no, it's not going to be enough. That siege thing's going to be too well defended right here. Finally trying to get the Scourge out. I mean, too little too late now. I mean, we're 15 minutes in this game, and there's no way for those Hydras to get anywhere close to that tank. And he's just going to continue to reinforce this. We got another, 10 Marines and a tank on the way, another control group of units on en route right here. We have no followed-up base right now. We do have the Hive Tech, and we do have Hive Tech. Defilers will be the choice of unit composition here, so it will be Ling Lurker Defiler, most likely. Also, we have a sudden change of heart in terms of unit composition from the Zerg player. This base is in a lot of trouble. He can't... Well, he's going to go in with a small group of units right here. Hydra Ling's not going to be enough to kill this off for sure, especially with a Dark Swarm. And that easily got obliterated by Obelisco. So a nice pickup for him. That mini battle will definitely give him points to the head right now. I mean, just look at the supplies, 59 to 119. I mean, Zergs generally have a lower supply, but not by like 50 supply or like 70 supply. It doesn't happen that often in a good manner. And the production capabilities of this guy is just going to be too high. I'm not going to call out Skeggaba right now, but he's in a lot of trouble. He's going to be coming in here, but again, no Dark Swarm support. He got a really late Hive, or at least, I mean, he has Hive, but he doesn't even have, that might be his first Defiler. He's just going to stim in here and just try to kill stuff right now. Okay, there is a Dark Swarm available, but he doesn't have Consume yet, I don't think. Consume is on route, but it's not done yet. And this base is just done for. Alright, we're going to have a lot of stuff killing off reinforcements. That probably should have been something that he should have been doing earlier on. Lurkers are coming in here. Lings are coming from the south side. They're just cleaning up these static Marines right here. They're all getting obliterated right here. The tanks are going to be exposed. No, they will not. An issue that we ran in for Obelisco, last time is that this area was really annoying very difficult for him to get out with once the tank set up, and he's got to lose a tank. No, he's not. 3 HP. Pretty intense stuff right there. We do have another base being followed up in the bottom left-hand corner around that 7 o'clock. No, that's more like a 6, like 6:30 probably. Yeah, 6:30. But yeah. Oh, and we're gonna have a drop play happening. We're gonna have like a Doom drop. All right, you don't really generally see this as much. My casting at least. So it will be very entertaining to see how this plays out. Remember, there are drones up here, so he could take this base back. I mean, he's only mined 300 minerals per patch, or just about. So, that base is still very worth taking if he can, obviously hold it off. The question is, can he hold it off? And it looks like he's gonna try to apply some pressure with a huge. Oh, actually, there's not even that much stuff here. That's like a control group, 2 control groups, and that's a lot of stuff right there. Kenny is enough, and he's gonna have scan available, but the D-Swarm will be enough right there. There is only one Science Vessel right here. Kenny irradiates the Defiler. Another Dark Swarm does go down, so actually this Natural's in a bit of trouble right here. It looks like Obelisco is wanting to pressure here, but it looks like he will go on the retreat. Doesn't want to have this base trade scenario happen. With the much bigger army, I think it's the right call. Or is he just going to stay there? We'll see what his decision-making is, but he needs to make a move quickly. And these Hydras are under the Dark Swarm right now, but the Irradiate's just doing so much damage. Ooh, the SCVs are going to be trapped right here. He needs to figure out what he's going to do with these. And these vessels, these are the kind of the guys that really need to be over there. Not really the main army as much. There's no way to kill off these Hydras right now. He may even lose a rallied science vessel if he target fires that. Looks like he did try to do, but they will be moved out of position. And it looks like this has been cleaned up right here. It looks like, does he know about this 7 or 6 o'clock rather, 6:30? No, he doesn't. It looks like he was going to try to re-expand down there. What's left for Skeggaba right now? All right, so he's just kind of having this entire game. I feel like Skeggaba hasn't really had a ton of a huge army, really. I mean, we might have had. I mean, at the golden age of his army. I mean, he had like 12 lurkers, but I mean, we've never had more than like 3 now. And a couple Hydras and a handful of Lings, but that's just not gonna be enough. With the 1/1 upgrades, I mean, what are the upgrades looking like for Skeggaba right now? +1. He may have missed with that upgrade as well, but there's just too many science vessels now. He didn't kill off this vessel count, And that's really starting to prove to be a nuisance of him because there's no way for the Dark Storm to really be that effective. And it's a little sad that he didn't capitalize on this. Oh, it looks like he did find the space in the top left-hand corner, though, for of Obelisco. GG. We got Gur, you know, the professional foreign gamer who won the first OSL. No, I'm kidding, of course. Well, GG to Obelisco. So I believe that's your game number 4th win, actually. That's your 4th win in a row. So game 8's coming up fairly shortly, guys. Thanks for watching. Puka signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed my casting. I thought it was actually pretty good casting.